Welcome to Qigong outside on the full moon eclipse on September 7th. So we can start just bouncing a little bit. We're going to do some Jenin Qigong from the lineage of Dr. Peng Ming. We're going to move some energy through our bodies. We're going to be just a little bit more relaxed and open to being exactly who we are. In our essence, in our truth, in our light, in this world, in integrity, in connection, in gratitude. Feel free to make sounds. Just bouncing. And maybe you bounce with your arms above your head a little bit, the wrists relax, letting the belly relax, all the bigger muscles in the body, letting go just a little bit, the thighs, the pelvis, and the arms. Maybe we swing just a little bit. If you feel like you have the energy, if you feel like you want to get your blood flowing, otherwise you can just bounce gently. But for those of you who feel like, oh, I need to get my blood flowing a little bit, I have more energy, I want to wake up, be more physical right now. As if you're swinging on one of those kids swings on a swing set, and you're going, and you're flying high up in the air, back and forth. And if you were to look down, maybe you'd see really far. You'd be able to see far and wide. Maybe even imagining you're swinging so high you can see the beautiful places you love, different places that you love to be, places where people you love are living and are farther from you. And one more, slowly coming back down and reaching high in the sky, and then bringing the palms facing the earth in front of the body, level with each other and slowly settling down. Feeling your feet on the earth, feeling your crown lifting. We're gonna just lift the palms again one more time. Breathing in, and as we breathe out, let the heels drop a little more. And the palms floating down, and the weight shifting toward the center of the foot. And the palms are gonna stay here facing the ground, moving forward and back. And that weight centered in the middle of the feet, a little toward the front. And scooping up chi in front of the body, middle finger sending it deep into the lower dantian, the lower energy center in the body. Noticing the connection between the palms and the lower energy center, behind the navel, in the middle of the body, a little lower than the belly button. Taking another breath here. And then sending chi from behind, from about a foot away, pointing the fingers toward the lower back, connecting with the lower dantian from behind. And from the sides, gently pressing under the armpits, shining light into the heart, the middle dantian, from the sides. And keeping the knees a little bent, reaching forward and out, and that eyebrow level, pointing the fingers back, washing the brain. Clean, clear, and bright. The upper dantian illuminated. And then washing out to the sides, palms are connecting with the earth. Those knees are still bent, arms are relaxed as they connect through the palms with the earth, giving and receiving, and then scooping chi up. And high above the head, the palms come together and they draw the chi down. The chin gently drops, the crown lifting. The spine is very long, and the tailbone is dropping, settling here. And just noticing the feet, if it's comfortable, if it's accessible for you, having the heels a little farther apart than the toes. And what that does is when we bend the knees, there's a space for the tailbone to drop. You can kind of sit down just a little bit, and the weight can go right in the middle of the feet, a little toward the front. And as we drop the chin, the spine can almost feel like there's space between every vertebrae. Just noticing the breath. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. And widening the space between the eyebrows. Feeling blessed in this moment. And then we're going to begin section 1, stretching the fingers out in front, making a triangle, looking at organic, natural forms through the triangle, drawing the vision back to fill the mind's eye, and opening. And beginning to roll the shoulders, arms and wrists and palms following. As if we were reaching out, taking hold of 2 orbs of light and drawing the chi back into the body. And then the next time that your hands go out, stay out there and move them open and close 3 times, just one hand's width. And then open all the way out, gently noticing the connective tissue inside the body from one palm to the other, from the top of the head to the bottoms of the feet. And then allow from the sides a rolling motion. Bringing chi from the far reaches of the universes, here and now. And then next time you move out, floating up and down 3 times. One hand's width, and then scooping chi up, lifting it high into the air. Holding this brilliant light above the crown of the head. And when you're ready, allowing it to pour down through the crown of the head, washing the inside of the body. Clean, clear, and bright. All functions are normal. The palms a few inches away, washing brilliant blessings through the brain, all the little muscles in the face, relaxing down the neck and shoulders, arms, the lungs, and the heart, kidneys, spleen, the pancreas, the stomach, gallbladder, large intestine, small intestine, the appendix, reproductive organs, all the organs, and the middle fingers pressing the belly button, giving thanks for all the organs. Thank you for being right here with me inside my body. Thank you for functioning harmoniously, symbiotically, and peacefully. It might feel good for you right now or at any point in the practice to bring your feet right close together, still with a little bit of space between the heels and not as much between the toes. Just noticing how that feels, if it feels good. It's the more traditional posture and it helps the energy to flow very potently through the center, very concentrated, direct. And then the hands come around the body, middle fingers pressing Ming Men, which is on the lower back opposite the navel, this vertebrae portal that is called the gateway of life or heaven's gate. And we can open Ming Men by having those knees bent and having the tailbone drop just a centimeter in the chin so that the spine is open and relaxed. And then we're actually going to have the chin come to the chest and begin to roll down as the hands come down the backs of the legs. And we're relaxing forward now, however's accessible to you, palms over the feet or connecting, however. We're bending the knees and straightening down and up, down and up, down and up. Mingmen into blue sky, open, palms and the feet open to the earth. At your own pace, in your own way. And connected deep with the earth, bringing that chi up the front, up the insides of the legs, bending the knees, dropping the tailbone. The spine rolling up one vertebrae at a time, middle fingers pressing the navel very gently, crown lifting from the highest point in the skull. And everything relaxing from this point, the arms letting go, shoulders maybe rolling back and down and just relaxing. Tip of the tongue gently touching the roof of the mouth as everything begins to relax. The little muscles in the forehead and around the eyes, around the jaw, the neck, shoulders, and arms. Letting the belly relax, the thighs. And we might start to sway very gently as if we're suspended from this golden cord of light from the crown. And as we sway gently here, we're going to say the Chinese word for relax, S-O-N-G, song. 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 Healing occurs best when we relax. Now we carry this same energy through as we lift the arms to the sides, fingers coming up, so the palms are pushing out, and we begin to move chi again into the here and now, sharing the blessings with yourself in the past, from yourself in the future, for all of yourselves through time and space, giving and receiving, all supporting each other in this moment as you show up for yourself exactly as you are, feeling nourished as you find yourself now deeper and deeper connected through time and space to this field of Qigong, this moment of connection. And the palms out and forward and back 3 times, one hand's width, and then scooping chi forward and pushing out and rolling in. Each of these motions traditionally can happen as many times as you'd like. For now, we'll just push out again and go up and down 3 times. Scooping chi up, high above the head, and pouring chi light down, washing through the whole body, clean, clear, and bright. Fingertips touching the middle of the forehead, washing through the brain and around the back, pressing a small notch in the occipital ridge, sending chi through to the front and down the back, reaching around the shoulders, up the back, and down, pressing Mingmen, and around, pressing Duchi, connecting with the lower Dantian. And rolling down, fingers down the insides of the legs, down and up, connecting with the earth and the sky, like a chi pump. And drawing the chi up from deep in the earth, up the backs of the legs, bending the knees, dropping the tailbone. Middle fingers connect with Mingmen, send the chi into the lower Dantian, and around, pressing the navel, connecting here again. Relaxing the whole body, swaying gently. So. So. One last time. So. Healing occurs best when we learn to relax. Inviting a smile, like Master Chen Yilin says, smile is an acronym for Start My Internal Love Engine. And so we do the last section, reaching at a diagonal up, holding chi high above the head and pouring it down, washing through the inside of the entire body, clean, clear, and bright. And the palms come over the ears, listening inside. What Is the body saying to you now, how may we be one today? Palms in front of the shoulders, reaching one hand out, scooping at a diagonal, tip of the thumb touching the middle bone of the middle finger and around, just under the collarbone. The other side, pressing this point, zhonghui, and around middle finger resting just under the center of the collarbone, a small valley called Chihu, Chi window. And just staying here, pressing a little on the inhale and releasing a little on the exhale. And don't worry about if it's right or something. There is no wrong way to do Qigong. In Qigong, we say there is only good, better, and best. Remembering what it was that your body was expressing when you asked, what is there for you to share with me in this moment for today? And then we offer a lotus flower to the universe, and it's filled with overflowing abundance of light, and we drink it, breathing in the sweet essence and coming back to Hershay hands, feeling blessed. Maybe rotating the fingertips to help all this chi stay and be nourished more deeply in the body. And we'll close, sharing the blessings with all sentient beings. May we be healed and held and whole and holy today and every day. Connecting with the earth and lifting the chi up, sending it into the upper dantian, the middle dantian, and far and wide, connecting and bringing this light smaller and brighter until it's the size of a pearl, shining so brilliant between the middle fingers. And we tuck this pearl deep into the lower dantian. And we can say dantan chi is abundant. We'll put one hand right over the other and we'll do circles, digestion wise, sunwise, clockwise, on the belly, 9 times. And connecting with the whole body, a prayer for the sacred holy chi to stay inside of me and to heal me. I am surrounded by this intelligent, invisible membrane. Into this membrane, only love may enter. And within this membrane, only love remains. Taking a moment to say thank you to your body for being right here with you every step of the way, every single day, fully present in solidarity. Every little part, every little toe, every cell alive, connected to the whole. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body. I'm with you. And then we will put our palms together if you'd like, and we're going to bow. If you want to join me in saying Haula to all our teachers, Haula means already good. Hao means good, and La means already. So you can imagine some of your teachers, see their faces, feel their presence. And you can join me in saying, to all my teachers, Haula. And we share the blessings and the merit and the prayer of this living practice to the ocean of all sentient beings. May all beings be fully liberated. May all beings be well. May all experience peace, 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 peace. You can bring the palms together again right over the lower dantian, just below the belly button. And breathing here. And that is the end of the practice for today. Haula, beautiful people. May this stay with you. May it, the most beautiful parts of it, continue to reverberate in you. May you be a shining light that offers the essence of your being to the world around you. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being exactly who you are, every single part of it. Every part is welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah. Haula.